Hi, Alara. Welcome to the.
Oh, it's still raining over there.
Raining cats and dogs.
Oof.
Literally can see them on the road, rolling here and there. And the weatherman predicted, warned about this rain, that it will be for about 2 hours. And yes, the weatherman's warning came to pass. Of course, your producer Ayola knows much more about what the weatherman says and how it comes about. We've seen a lot of flooding these days, and the people of Edo State, of course, are getting a feel of it. It's not only in Benin City, it's been raining also in most parts of the state. And of course, in all the 18 local government areas and in the 4,519 polling units where voting and accreditation has since commenced. Well, Yaga Africa says that about 17% of polling units started early at about 8:30 a.m. and a lot of them had some delays in commencing the exercise. Thanks to the NYSC, the core members who are on compulsory 1-year youth service to the nation, they are really doing an amazing job in getting this work done. But let's quickly have a quick chat with the Director of Welfare and Health Services at the NYSC headquarters in Abuja, Mr. Omotade Ayola. He joins us live here, right here on Channels Television. It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
How's it been for your core members that have been deployed? How many of them are deployed for these elections?
It's been very wonderful. I need to say this. And so far, so good. 2,550 core members are deployed in all the 18 local government council areas of the state as presiding officers of each polling unit. And we've been moving around the entire places, most especially within the metropolis in Benin here. And it's been very, very nice talking to our core members. There are no issues at all. Voting is going on peacefully, even in spite of the nature that is pouring down the rains for over 2 hours now. It's been very wonderful.
But Mr. Omotade, there seems to be some delay, not to the fault of the core members. But what are they telling you?
But I must say, with all due sense of responsibility, we've been around for quite a while on this duty. I must say, with all due sense of responsibility, that there has been a lot of tremendous improvement in the logistic arrangement of core members, for core members. We also moved around as a team yesterday to see the engagement of core members at the various RAC centers. It's been very wonderful. But I believe that a few issues here and there in terms of logistics will not impact negatively on what we are seeing on the ground.
But altogether, your relationship with INEC in this election, has it improved? And what, I mean, if there is an area that there should be an improvement, what would that be? You've been taking care of welfare of these core members in terms of their welfare, because a lot of them slept in these classrooms today. There are those who will say maybe the relationship could be better, and the welfare of these young Nigerians can also be improved upon in this kind of exercise.
Yes, we actually working on their welfare, and of course the relationship between NYSC and NANEC on incremental basis. It can only get better. Don't also forget, life itself is a sacrifice, and even the work that the young men and women are doing is also a big sacrifice. No amount of compensation in terms of Naira and Kobo that will be able to compensate for whatever they are putting in terms of commitment and out of patriotism to their nation. But they come about, even in spite of whatever may be happening, they are fired up to contribute their quota to the development of the country. They see it as a call to national duty, which is very much more, accorded that importance, much more than any Naira and Kobo you want to talk about.
All right. Mr. Omotade Ayola, thank you so much indeed for your time.
Omotade Ayodele.
Ayodele.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It's nice talking to you, Sheil.
Thank you so much. The Director of Welfare and Health Services with the NYSC at the headquarters in Abuja. And of course, there are a lot of people also monitoring these elections. One of those groups is the election monitoring arm of the Nigerian Bar Association. I will be speaking with the General Secretary, who is leading the team right here in Edo State. But if you look behind me, the voters are undeterred. Some of them are leaving their homes and they are taking shelter in some of the buildings and some of the tents they have around and ensuring that the votes are cast right here. If you look around me, you see all of the polling units littered around here, but those people are very resolved into ensuring that their votes cast. Thank you so much, the General Secretary of the NBA, who is leading this exercise. Thank you so much indeed for coming. What's your observation so far in this election?
Yes, thank you very much, Seun. We arrived at the first polling station of ward that we got to this morning. We got there at about 8:25, and we observed at that polling unit that the INEC staff arrived there arrived on time. The setup was timely, and of course, generally, what we have observed with regards to the election here at the various stations that we have visited is that the elections are generally peaceful, orderly. In virtually all the wards we have visited, we also observed the presence of security operatives in and around the various polling stations. People are conducting the elections in an orderly manner, and we have not seen any security challenges.
But in terms of the operation and the deployment, it does look like there was a slow start in most polling units.
Well, like
and from the records, Yaga Africa that set up a PVT, were monitoring how early some of these materials are deployed, is saying that just about 70% of the polling units started at about 8:30 a.m. at the official starting hour. What do you have to say about the commencement of the exercise?
I must confess, like I said, most of we have also seen polling units where the officials arrived quite late, and of course we interacted with some of these officials. They blamed it on transportation. It was because of the fact that they could not get here on time, and because of they could not get transported on time.
Issue.
But that was why they got here late. But essentially, for most of the units that we have visited so far, I would say they commenced, for some of them who did not commence on schedule, maybe like 10-20 minutes behind schedule. But for most of them, like already 12 wards, units, is it 17 to 21 that we first visited? A lot of them have started at about 8:45. They're already voting. So accreditation and voting had commenced at about that time. So generally, we observed early commencement, and we also observed orderliness, the conduct of the election.
From the perspective of a lawyer and NBA, legally speaking, do you think everything is in order, especially in terms of security?
Yes, I just said that. You can see, as you can see yourself, the whole place is well secured. We only in this place alone, and from my observation, we should have about close to 50 security operatives for these units here. So I would say the security, the protection of people and the properties and materials is in order.
All right.
To my mind,
thank you
from my observation.
Thank you so much indeed. NBA General Secretary there, speaking with us on the situation of things. Thanks so much indeed. I appreciate it. Alero, Ayo, these are some of the issues that have come up in this election, which of course will be a major talking point going forward in the conduct of elections, not only in Edo State, of course, in Nigeria. We've seen some of the top candidates cast their ballots, and some of the pictures they were being able to show on China's television. And one of the intriguing ones is the arrest of some of those who are alleged to have been involved in vote buying, and EFCC had made some arrests in that respect. The Nigerian police force had also said they caught some persons with some ammunition, and the records are being investigated. And these are some of the situations we're monitoring. Of course, the official hour for the end of the exercise is 2:30 p.m. Anyone who is on the queue At that hour, we'll be allowed to vote until the last moment when everyone has voted. And that's been some of the updates right here at the Agbado School in Akwapava in Benin City, Oredo local government area.
Thank you very much, Shil.
Thank you so much, Shil. Yeah, absolutely.
And that brings to a close our program for today. We hope that you will join us again next Saturday when Ayo, I hope, will be in Lagos. I'm Alero Edu wishing you all the best this weekend and through the next week.
And I'm Ayo Makide. Do have a beautiful and productive week.
Bye-bye.